Oh, 7, 10, so 140. Welcome to my Hotel Infinity review. And as usual, let's take a look at the mechanics before we get into the actual gameplay and whether it's any good. So Hotel Infinity is basically this. You're wandering around a hotel with a lot of rooms, and they're a lot like this. So basically you can either walk around if you've got the space for yourself, or you can use the controller. The controller to this isn't exactly perfect, but it does work. And the idea is to solve puzzles as you go along in order to get to the next area. You can see areas you're going to go to as well, which is actually quite cool. And then, am I going up or down? Guess I'm going down. People. I'm going to kind of point this out now, but there's a lot of times I get myself stuck in the environment, which is somewhat annoying. I'm just going to point that out now, just in case I forget to point it out later. But as you can see, you're wandering around, everything's like a tight corridor. A room goes into a different part of the hotel, and that goes into another part, as you can see, of the hotel. And then so on and so on. It's a great concept. I've seen it before. But it's the puzzlings that you come for, isn't it? Okay, so full disclosure, I have not quite completed this game yet, but mainly because there are puzzles, it's quite slow going, and the puzzles can sometimes be hit and miss. Let me explain myself. Okay, so as you see, the mechanics work okay. I did get my hand stuck quite a few times, and this kind of slowed down my progression here and there. The actual game is meant to, I think, be played in a spatial environment, i.e. you walking around all these little nooks and crannies instead of like controlling it. And it really feels like they've developed the game for, you know, this space that you have, which will have you moving around in the real world. But if you don't have that much space, you can play it standing. And you can definitely tell that this was not the chosen method that the devs wanted it played in. The actual options for anything to do with this are, well, non-existent. There is no smooth turning, and moving around at first was really confusing until I kind of got used to it. But when I did get used to it, kind of like it was okay. And there's also a way of making the ceiling come to you and the floor come to you, i.e. go up and down in real time, I guess. Right, so after I sorted all the movement and everything out and the bare minimum options that it had, bear in mind it is in early access, yes, I know, I then moved on to the actual puzzles. Okay, so these were actually okay, I guess. There were puzzles for like opening doors, puzzles to get gadgets up so that you can do other things in order to free your, you know, path ahead of you. And there were like straight up puzzles where you had to work out things with things in front of you, trying to keep it spoiler free. But what you shouldn't spoil is hitting them like and subscribe buttons. Do like the videos, guys, it really does help out. So as a whole, the puzzles can be kind of hit and miss. I did play quite a few of them. As you can see from the video, I did get quite far into it. But some of them were kind of like you had to be in the, I guess, developer's mindset. You know, some of them had that feel to it. There was the clock one that I really got stuck on where it didn't seem too obvious, and it was just pure accident that I worked it out, and I feel kind of stupid after working it out because it was so obvious, even though I kind of felt it wasn't. Graphically, it kind of looked okay. I didn't think it looked the best or sharpest thing I've ever seen, and also every time you went out of the field, it kind of like did this weird black thing. You had to like move back where you were. I kind of like thought they could have like gotten over this by actually putting blocks around so that you couldn't actually go through. Sound wise, it was alright, nothing really special. It did the job quite well. There were bells, there were phones, and you know, there was wind. And as for the score, I did enjoy Hotel Infinity. I just thought it could have been slightly better, and it wasn't geared for people that didn't have the environment. Now, I am going to try and clear a space so that I can properly play it in the mode that it's meant to be. I kind of like really would have appreciated some actual options for my controls. I did like the actual gameplay. It was kind of fun, a bit unique. I had played a game a little like this before, and it didn't work quite as well as this one, but it did work nonetheless. So I'm going to be giving Hotel Infinity a 6 out of 10. It is above average. Don't forget that 6 out of 10 is above average. 5 is average, 6 out of 10 is above average. And yeah, I quite enjoyed it. It just, you know, it had a few problems here and there. But it's early access, and I'm pretty sure once it's full release, I will be going back to spend a little bit more time in this hotel. So with that, what's your thoughts on Hotel Infinity? Will you be picking it up, or will you be leaving it? And also like the video, it really does mean a lot to me. And also subscribe if you haven't already, because I'm trying to get to 3,000 before the end of the year, and it would mean a lot to me if I could do that. Take care of yourselves wherever you are, because life is better when we game together.